What's good, YouTube? It's Ricky Rose coming at you with a brand new video, and in this video I am going to be showing you the top 3 best builds in this game. Keep in mind that when I'm making these videos, I want you to make these builds how you want them. Just because I pick a point guard position, that doesn't mean that I want you to pick it as well. You can, if you want to be a shooting guard, be a shooting guard. I'm showing you the best archetypes, the most overused, the most overpowered, for the simple fact that a whole bunch of people use it and know how to manipulate basically the ball and their defenders to their liking, in a sense. So if I pick a ISO player, that's actually going to be the first build, which is mainly a shooting guard. People tend to pick a shooting guard for it, but I'm not going to pick a shooting guard. I'm going to go with a point guard, and I'm going to show you why. With the point guard, if you create an ISO player, the reason I say go with a point guard is because you can have height. Height by far is one of the best things in this game. Just because you have, hold on, it's going to be passing, ball handling, and three-pointer. So right now, this build is basically for an ISO player. If you love to dribble, if you love being a dribble god, if you like creating a fucking ISO, if you love telling your teammates to get into the fucking corner or some shit, this is the build for you. Why? Because one, you can dribble, you can drive, and you can shoot. You can play defense just for the simple fact that you have passing and ball handling, and you can move and you can be quick on your feet. So you're basically a good all-around player, but you don't have everything. You can do everything, but not at a high rate. You have three-point shootings, but I'm gonna tell you honestly, until you get to like a 95 and you get the takeover badge, which is like the grand badge from 2K17, you won't be able to shoot as consistently as you want. You will hit them, don't get me wrong. There will be moments that you will drain these bitches. You can hit probably like 10 in a row. But to sit there and say you can do that every game like a pure sharp, you cannot do that. You have to learn, if you're gonna make this build, you have to learn how to like dribble. If you want to be an ISO, you have to learn how to be an ISO player. You can't just make this build and basically sit in the corner and wait till you get dimered. No, you will actually be setting people up. If you can't get past your opponent, or if you do, and somebody comes they come pick you up and leave your man open, you will have dimer on gold for you can dish out. So this build can do it all, but it's mainly specifically for a ISO player. Now I am gonna run through everything. I want to make this vid just for those people. I know I already made this video before, but I want those people that, you know, just got the game for Christmas, and you know, all the Christmas news coming in, they don't know what build to go with. Yeah, I got you, my guy. Now, the reason I say go with a 6'6" is because there's tiers to the dribble moves. I believe for the first tier, you need an 80 ball control. You get tier 1. Tier 2 is 85 or 86, and then 90 is tier 3. Keeping it 100, niggas do not use tier 3. So having a 90-something ball control is completely and utterly fucking useless. Some people may, but not everybody have it. And to be honest, half of the dribble moves that are fucking elite as hell, you get around 90 and 91. And that's coming from me. So I'm a pure sharp, but still, for me, I get those, I unlock it like around 91, 92. So I don't really get the dribble moves as much, but I have brothers, and this is one of the builds that they have, and it goes fucking crazy. But some of the dribble moves that he likes, they're locked. He has to literally get his overall in order to get them. So you might be restricted, but I'm pretty sure you can create a loadout with the dribble moves that you unlock with the basic 85 overall, and you can kill any defender that comes across you. I don't know about lockdowns. Them lockdowns be reaching and shit, but as you can see, an 86 is what you need to speed boost, to go crazy with the ball, break ankles, and you will have ankle breaker gold. Won't get a Hall of Fame until you get to 99. And keep in mind that I'm telling you all of these builds, but they're good, but they will come insanely fucking great when you become a 99 eventually, if you ever get there, which highly doubt. This game is not that fun. But as far as just getting into 85 overall, these builds are fucking godly. If you add a good jump shot with this build, it's gonna be a monster. And as you can see, he's gonna have height to a 6'6", so one, you can speed boost, your fastest shit already, because you have ball handling, you can dunk, play defense, snag a few boards, not over glass cleaners, but you can snag them once in a while. I'm telling you right now, this build is by far one of the best, one of the most overused and overpowered. Now weight, drop that shit down. You gain more by dropping your weight than you do gaining. One, you have 3 as your secondary, so your contact dunk is already shit and your regular dunks is already shit. The only reason that you have decent dunking is because you have ball handling first. That's the only reason. Now, the wingspan, this is gonna qualify to every single build in this video. I'm only gonna tell you what it is, but as far as your wingspan goes, never, and I tell you that, never make T-Rex arm. I don't care how short you are, I don't care how tall you are, never make T-Rex arm. The reason is, you will literally get blasted with T-Rex arms. 3-point shooters will drain threes in your face. Centers will fucking poster the shit out of you. Useless. Do not do it. With certain builds, I would say tweak, and you can actually put the longest arms in the game. Certain builds. But everything in this list, I am going to tell you right now, I would go with a default, which is the regular one. I don't put it one up or down. Or I put it down 1, or I put it up 1. Depending on however you want it. But as far as wingspans go, that's what I mainly do with all my builds. Unless I'm making a glass cleaner or a post, that's the only time I max it out. But other than that, I do not minimize it. That's what I did with my first character, and I fucking regret it. Like, he's the 92. I kind of stopped playing on him just because I go play defense. I'm in the nigga's face, and he will hit the shot regardless. So that's why I don't like using them. But like I said, you making these builds, and you got to make it how you want them. Don't listen to me, but I'm just basically showing you the best archetypes to make into the game. All right, the second build that I am going to be showing you in this video is going to be a small forward. I did have, like, there's so many good builds you can actually make, but I'm mainly focusing on the most overpowered ones and the ones that you kind of need when you're playing park or walk on. And it's going to be a pure lockdown. Now, the lockdowns has 7 Hall of Fame badges and some decent stats. They're not elite, but when it comes to, I'm gonna tell you right now, lockdowns can basically do it all. Like, their open threes, their mid ranges, they're completely fucking garbage, and their contact dunks. But I tell you right now, them niggas could do it all. There's absolutely nothing they can't do. Now, just to look at their badges real quick, you do get most of them. Pickpocket is brutal. Chase down artist is needed. Quick reflexes to get those steals, and bruiser. Defensive stoppers also, like, they have a good set. Brick wall, lob city finisher, poster rod. They even get corner specialists. So them corner shots, you spot up on the corner, you can most likely hit 2 or 3 consistently. And that's being truthfully, because I've seen it and it's been hit on me before. So yeah, if you slack too much on a defense player, they will drain that shit. Now, the height is completely up to you. I don't want to pick this, because if I'm gonna make a lockdown, I'm gonna make him as tall as can be. You already can't do shit. So for me, I'm gonna max you out completely. His mid ranges and his threes took a little hit, but his dunking went up a little bit. I mean, they only went up 1 or 2 points, but in reality, that's what I will go with, just because what's the point of making a 6'6", 6'7" lockdown when you could just max him out, be big as shit, basically a mini center, and do what a mini center could do. You know what I'm saying? So in my eyes, that's what I would do. Now, the weight is completely up to you, just because I feel like with this build, you don't need speed with the ball. Lateral quickness goes down, but you're a pure lockdown. You are going to move fast as shit. Matter of fact, let's look at that. Lateral quickness is going to be at 85. Compared to, if from an 85 to the default is going to be an 88. So you lose 3 points. Like, you gain more in a sense as a mini center, which I'm gonna call this build, than actually just minimizing his weight all the way down, because you don't need speed with the ball, you don't need lateral quickness. Vertical went down a little bit, and acceleration. But keep in mind, your speed is going to be up already. You're going to be by far one of the fastest on the court. Your speed is going to be at 81. Your strength is going to be higher because you went with the max weight. The box out is going to be good, and the contact dunks. So that right there is gonna put you on par basically with a regular center. Like that's how I see it. And keep in mind that since you're gonna be a lockdown, why would you make one small ass arms? That seems useless as shit. I would, with this build, I would max out his arms. One, to get more rebounds, have a longer reach, have a wider span when you're playing defense. When you're dunking the ball, you can dunk from a farther location. The steal goes up and your shot contest goes up. You lose ball control, but you're a lockdown. For you to have the ball and try to dribble, that's a problem. You probably wouldn't want that guy on your team. You do lose when it comes to threes in mid-range, but at the end of the day, if I'm gonna be a lockdown, I'm gonna focus more on dunks. To be honest, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna focus on my dunking. But as far as everything goes, you're still gonna have 60s on threes, so you will hit them, not as consistently. But like I said, make these builds how you want them. I'm just showing you the best archetypes to go with it. Now, the last build in here is going to be a stretch big. Now, you can make a center, but there's no point. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Do this on your own time, because I kind of don't want to go back and forth. And my fault that my voice sounds a little raspy. I kind of was drinking, so yeah. If you look at the stretch bigs, okay, let me look at the badges. Right now, limitless range is going to be silver if you go with a center, and the center's threes are going to be like at a 70, 75-ish. But with you will not have limitless range on gold. It will be silver if you go with a center, but you get it gold if you go with a power forward. And this is what people mainly do. And another thing that I kind of wanted to mention, if you ever make this build, and it's better than making a center. And like I said, make these builds how you want them. If you want to be a center, that's a pure sharp, do that. You know, don't let me stop you from making that. But when it comes to this, I would prefer to have limitless on gold. You're already gonna be big, so why not? Just give me a pure stretch that's a power forward over a center, hands down. And the majority of the people went with it. Like I would prefer that. That's one whole upgrade. Now, when it comes to the height, 7 and 6'11". As you can see, so much red comes out of nowhere when you just change it. But the main thing that I kind of wanted to focus, one of my brothers told me this. If you look at what the fuck is it? It's like the dribble with moving shot mid and moving shot 3. It's at an 84 and a 78. If I go down to a 6'11", and I look at the caps again, moving shot 3 is going to be at an 84, and the moving shot mid is going to be at an 87. So that right there, as you can see, like, it just jumps up completely by 5 or 6 points. But I'd rather have that just by 1 inch. Fuck it, I'm gonna take that. You are kind of losing, you know, a little vertical here and there, but it's not going to be significant enough. You're already a power forward. You're going to be slow. You can barely fucking jump. You're a 3-point shooter, so your contact dunks doesn't really matter. Now, the weight is completely up to you. I would minimize it just to be slightly faster and more quicker with the lateral quickness, just because sometimes you will not play a center. You will probably have a small forward that's a playmaker. He'll try to get by you and shit. So that's the only reason I would say minimize his weight. But it's, like I said, it's completely up to you. Make a player how you want him. Build him how you want him. Make him how you want him and feel comfortable playing him in the park. Now with the wingspan, once again, with this build, I would only go 1 up or 1 down, or leave it on the default. It is completely up to you. Keep in mind that when you're looking at the wingspan, if you max it out, the contested shot mid goes up and the contested shot 3 goes up. If you lower it, the open shot goes up. So like, it's up to you, man. I'm just giving you the best archetypes. How you make that best archetype is completely up to you, and how you play them is completely up to you. I'm just here to guide you. This video is basically for everybody that's new to the community when it comes to 2K, that they just got it for Christmas or whatever. Kudos to you. You bought a shit game, but fuck it. Welcome to the community, my guy. But that is going to be the end of the video. Please leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment, let me know what you think. You already know who the fuck it is, man. It's your boy Ricky Rose, and I'm out of here.